G'day, welcome back to the vlog. Excuse me if I'm saying a little bit choked up, and it's been a very emotional 4 months, and I have a few little turns from time to time. So the latest from my dad is they've just found another gigantic cancer inside him, which is the size of like a rock melon or watermelon or something. So it's big and it's aggressive, which means Dad doesn't have long to live. So I'm currently in Toowoomba. I've been in Australia coming into about 4 months. It'll be 4 months end of October. And in that time, I've sort of been all over. I've been to Townsville. I've been to Sydney. I've been to Brisbane. I've done loads of travel. and stayed in loads of hotels. So if you want to read all about my hotels, I've been writing about them on my blog, aussietraveller.uk. So if you just go to Australia, and then I've started diarising all the ones I've stayed in Brisbane and Queensland and stuff as well now. So I've got Queensland and New South Wales, airport hotels, all the other hotels I've stayed in. It's quite a list. It's quite funny. So look, I'm back in Brisbane. I'm back in Toowoomba, staying with my friend in Toowoomba. I've got this lovely queen room, perfect for a queen. But it's lovely and bright, and I've got split cycle air conditioning, a fan, a little desk. I bought a little desk. It's an old school desk. It's over 100 years old. I bought a little chair to sit on. So I had somewhere to work, somewhere like just to do some writing or whatever. And then so this is my kind of home away from home. Because Sydney's not really home anymore. The house in Mona Vale is just in tatters and needs to be sorted out. So, but yeah, this is my little space. Well, this is where a friend lives, so he lets me live with him. Because he travels a lot as well, and works away from home and all the rest of it. So, it's kind of ideal for both of us, really. And then sort of out here, I've got this lovely little sort of decking area and garden, and it's lovely. It's absolutely beautiful. It's quiet. Weather-wise, it's a bit cool. It does get really warm, really hot later on in the afternoon, but the evenings and mornings are a bit coolish. But I've got open like a fireplace there as well, so I can light the fire anytime. That's just lovely too. Having a fireplace, yeah. Wow, that's one thing I do miss about living on the boat too, is having a fireplace, because that's one thing I absolutely love. I'm here in Toowoomba, just sort of commuting between Toowoomba and Brisbane to see Dad, because Dad's now in a nursing home. I think he's got like days and weeks to live, not months to live now. Especially now, knowing now that he's got this cancer. So that's where I'm at with that. My brother and I have kind of patched things up for the ease of just making everything a whole lot simpler and easy to deal with once Dad passes. So it's been rather traumatic, Duncan's been and gone. We've been to Bali. I've met the in-laws. After like 13 years, Duncan and I've been together. 13 years, and I still haven't met his in-laws. Well, that's crossed off the bucket list now. So we all had a lovely time in Bali. A lovely family. And we had a great time in Bali for about 10 days or so. But then I got another call from my brother saying, look, Dad's dying, come back. So I cut our Bali trip short, because Duncan and I were going to spend like 2 weeks by ourselves and just have 2 weeks alone time. So anyway, we get back, and our visit actually made Dad rally a bit, so that he was feeling fine for a few days. But it's just one big roller coaster, and it's just up and down, and the downers are getting more frequent, and more intense and stuff like that. So it's time, So that's okay. Look, Duncan and I spent a couple of weeks, a week in like Brisbane, just cruising around Brisbane, hiring those e-scooters, and went to Lightscape, the light show there, and all that sort of stuff. It was lovely. Had a lunch, lovely seafood lunch one day. So I did that, and then we came out here to Toowoomba, and sort of hung out here for a week, which is lovely. It was the first time we'd actually had alone, just the two of us, in months. So that was lovely. But then we had to get, and this is what I meant about how exhausting travel is, which is why it's so nice to just have somewhere just to crash, just to be, just to call home, just to come and crash, have some sleep, have a shower, chill out for a while, and then start planning your next trip, you know? So we went from here to Brisbane, caught a flight from, so it was a bus from here to Brisbane. It was about 2 hours. Then we went to the hospital to see Dad. Then we went to the airport, took a flight to Sydney. It was a late night flight. Got to the airport, stayed at airport hotel. I stayed at the airport hotel the next day, got a late checkout, and then I got another flight back to Brisbane, stayed at another hotel, and then back on the bus to Toowoomba. And honestly, it is exhausting. I love travel, but by God, it's exhausting. So that was just one weekend, you know, 2 flights, 2 buses, several Ubers, you know, just going through all that. Yeah, it's incredible. So that's why I like coming. Toowoomba was great. My friend David, I've known David for 25 years, and we get on so well. So yeah, I've got this place of refuge. So I'm far enough away so I'm not too close to the action with Dad, because there's a hell of a lot going on there. Like, he's now in a nursing home and all that sort of jazz. So I'm going up there tomorrow, actually, to see him. Spend a few days up there, and then I'm actually flying to Parkes, which is my hometown. It's my dad's sister's 90th. So I'm flying up there especially for that. None of the family know I'm coming. So Vivian doesn't. That's Dad's sister, Vivian. She doesn't know I'm coming. So it's going to be a lovely big surprise. So it's going to be awesome. Looking forward to returning to my hometown, seeing how the old place is, because I haven't been there in 40 years, right? So it's going to be a blast from the past. It's going to be lots of fun. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's where I'm up. That's pretty much up to date for me. Just trying to keep it together. I'm trying to lose some weight because I've packed on so much weight. It's all those hotel breakfasts and business class luncheons and all that sort of stuff, you know. And I've started a keto diet. So I've actually just tested myself last night. My body is now in keto mode, or ketosis, I think it's called. So we'll see how that goes. But it's going well, pretty well so far. So I'm just trying to keep myself fit, healthy. Oh, and I'll leave you with one last thing. Can't forget, last but definitely not least. And for those of you who've known me all these years with the boat and what have you, you would have noticed. Maybe you didn't notice, but I certainly have. Because now I have fingernails. I've grown I've stopped biting my fingernails. Look at that. I have fingernails. Woo! If you've noticed any of my videos, you know, with the Aussie boater, you'll notice, if you've ever seen my hands, yeah, and it was one thing I was so ashamed of, and what it did to my self-esteem, to my, you know, self-confidence, no idea. I felt so ashamed, you know, meeting people for the first time with horrible fingernails, horrible fingers that were cut and bloody and all sorts of, they're just absolutely horrible. I've been so ashamed about my fingernails over these years. But, you know, look, now it's been about a month now since I've grown them. I've been for my first manicure as well. I've been twice now, actually. It's fun. Just to put some strength on them. But look at that. I can scratch my head now. I can pick labels off things. I can open cans. You know, every time I have to open like a can of Coke or beer or something, I'd have to use a lever. But now I can I've got strength in my fingers. I can, oh my God. 49 years it's taken me. 49 years. Because I was lying on a massage table in Bali, and I'm thinking, surely it can't be that hard to grow your fingernails. Everyone else has them. Why can't I have them? That's all I did it. I just stopped and just went, well, I could just stop biting my nails and see what happens. And so I did. So for the past month, I've been growing them, and I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of my achievement. Hey, it would make my mum very proud because honestly, she nagged me for pretty much all my life. Stop biting your nails. So so I'll leave you with that happy moment. I'm absolutely over the moon about that. It's just brilliant.